Now there's a place
Come on in.
where her dreams have room to grow.
It's time to sleep
The
now.
Rose Petal Cottage,
Try my muffin, it's really yummy.
a place of her very own where she can decorate,
This can go here. This goes here.
entertain her imagination,
Let's do laundry.
and a special friend or two.
Ta-da!
I love what you've done with the place. The Rose Petal Cottage. It's her place where her dreams have room to grow.
What was your favorite TV show as a child?
Arthur.
Anything that was anime based, very actiony. I guess the only out of the blue one was Sailor Moon because that was more female cast, but I'm a diehard fan of that as well.
Cool.
The Simpsons. Like Arthur. If I'm going super back, like the Teletubbies, shit like that.
Yeah.
Trying to remember. Legos were one of them. I had Barbie spreads, so the whole little kitchen setup kind of thing. So
Oh, cool.
pretty much.
Favorite toy as a child? Anything that was like Dragon Ball Z related.
A baseball.
Favorite toy as a child was I used to play a lot of toys with cars, I would say mostly cars, race cars.
Cars?
Because they used to do those movies, TV shows with cars. So I
Oh, yeah.
Cars.
Soccer was one of them, and then just like part time, kind of not part time, but
Yeah.
partly what's it called, baseball.
Baseball. Cool.
I did a couple. I did baseball, soccer, briefly did basketball. I guess karate's technically a sport too, so I'll say that too.
Cool.
Yeah, I played baseball. Right, I lived I
Right.
said, right down the street. So like kickball, softball, baseball.
Cool.
I played basketball, soccer, and volleyball. Since I was 6 through high school.
Actually mine were pretty neutral. I never did a straight up theme for anything. That wasn't really my style. I wasn't the boys boy type of person.
One year I had a Powerpuff Girl themed birthday party. Another year I did a Barbie themed birthday party. Yeah, I think those are the ones I remember. I know I had other themed ones, but those are the only birthday parties I remember.
Jump rope, we would jump rope a lot, and then was it called hopscotch or whatever?
Yeah.
And that was part of it.
Honestly, just going home and just watching TV. I wasn't really much of a social bunny. I just stay in, do my own thing, and just be on my own.
I actually spent a lot of time in the library. Why? Because I learned how to play the guitar. So basically, I used to use a lot of my time playing the guitar and the piano.
The monsters in my head are scared.
I wanted to go and be look at the mummies and everything, and I wanted to be a teacher, social studies teacher. So it used to change a lot. One time I wanted to be an astronaut, a nurse or something. So
Growing up, that's a good question. I really didn't have a set thing. I was very interested in things like music and science, but now my current situation, neither one of those is what I'm doing for a future career.
I changed my mind a lot when I was a kid. I mean, obviously you have your crazy ones. So I wanted to be a ballerina when I was little.
Yeah.
And then at some point I wanted to be a doctor, and then I wanted to be a lawyer or a teacher. So yeah.
Cool.
Now that I have my Electrolux washer and perfect steam dryer, I can juggle more things in my day. With the Electrolux washer and perfect steam dryer, you can remove wrinkles and wash and dry clothes in just 36 minutes. So you can be even more amazing.
Funny people, listen up. It's never too late.
Which doll likes to clean the house?
This one.
Who takes care of the babies?
Ma. This one.
Who goes to work?
This one.
In a way, yes. We would my mom would play with me and my dad would play with my brother, or I would do the dishes and my brother would help him out with the yard work, or folding clothes and helping out in the kitchen. So it was this little girl, playing with your little kitchen toys.
Yeah.
And then growing up, actually doing kitchen stuff.
Actually learning, yeah, dude.
Oh, definitely. I'm one of 3 siblings. I have 2 older sisters. Even simple things like the toys we had, they had their Barbies. And for me, I actually enjoy playing with them too, but my father would always get so angry if I did. If they ever had boys over, they had to stay in the first floor of the house, they couldn't go up to their bedrooms. My parents were always or most of my father, he was if you ever have any girls over, you can stick them up there, I'm not gonna say anything, stuff like that. But in my case, it turned out gay, so it was never really a problem to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm the youngest in my family, so
Okay.
I am the youngest of 3, so I have 2 older brothers. And when I was growing up, I was restricted in terms of what time I could go out, what time I had to be back, when I could go out, when I couldn't go out, what friends I could hang out with, what friends I couldn't hang out with. So I think that when I was a lot younger, my parents, not that they didn't know how to raise a girl, but they were so used to raising boys, which is why they put me in baseball versus a dance class or whatever. So I became really tomboyish, or that term, tomboyish.
Sure. Yeah.
And then as I got older, I could see my mother starting to ask me okay, you put on dresses and paint your nails, and I could feel the pressure of what it means to be a girl, and what her expectations were of me at that point in my life.
We did it just because in our family there's only one female in our house. It's my sister. So basically it's all males, and my mom and my sister. So, but my mom kind of teaches the norms of how to be a man, how to respect a woman. So we actually got taught about how to respect one, how to be a gentleman too.
To change your luck.
So I what I've done in the past, so I have nieces and nephews, and I like to throw my family off. So last Christmas, I got my nephews a kitchen set, and I got my niece a baseball glove, kind of to follow that tradition of me playing baseball when I was little, so I'm doing it too. So probably something similar, to throw people off.
Yeah.
I'm actually planning to have a vacation with the whole family next summer. So I'm kind of saving my money to buy some tickets to go and spend some time with family in California.
So don't let them steal your life.
It's something I grew up with and then something I felt comfortable with, so I guess along with that, it just grew into me being that way, so it probably does affect some way.
I would say no. I'm very gender conscious. I'm very big on being neutral, being genderqueer. But I think my only issue with it is that other people have a problem with some of my decisions. So I'm very non-binary today, but me personally, no.
Try really hard for them not to, but it's kind of ignorant for me to say that it doesn't, because this idea of gender is constructed and reproduced within our own society. So I feel there are ways in which I do conform, and I do restrict myself in certain aspects when it comes to my gender, but I try really, really hard to fight against that and to deviate from that.
I would say not really, just because I was raised by my mom, and she got me both sides of being a dad and a mom. So it wasn't restricted just because I know how to live it myself.
I'd say my first and secondary education definitely promoted that big time. It was always the boys cubicles or the girls cubicles, or again boy groups getting girl groups and stuff like that. And always with the colors and even our elective classes in high school, and the guys were never expected to do home ec or dance or whatever and stuff like that. It wasn't until I got into my higher education that's been completely shut down. I think we just need to just break it down completely. Like, it's not about really redefining or restructuring. Like, the whole binary to begin with, and the whole structure that has been placed currently has been an absolute mess, especially for our transgender and genderqueer populations. I would just break it apart altogether.
Yeah.
At this time, and you'll see all the raindrops falling through.
As in terms of gender.
So that's a really interesting question, actually, because I've kind of thought about this as well. And I think the ways the ways in which I saw the election go down, I think for the most part, I was really not surprised or shocked, but I think that something that I really noticed a lot of was like the amount of times people talked about Hillary Clinton's like appearance versus like her actual policies, and versus like her platform as a presidential candidate. Whereas with Donald Trump, you would not hear about his physical appearance, what he was wearing, how many times he was smiling, right? Like those things don't come up with a man becoming president or like a man nominated to be president. So I think it was really interesting to see the contrast, right? Like people writing about her not smiling, and then when she smiled more, oh, she's smiling too much. What's up with all those like jumper suits? Like, why doesn't she wear a dress? Oh, she's looking old. Is she getting sick? Like things like that where you wouldn't normally hear in a presidential like election season. A lot of those issues came up now, and I really think that it had something to do with the simple fact of her being a woman, right? And like not really taking her seriously and not taking her candidacy seriously. And yeah, so I think that we've definitely seen it play out. I mean, so many people are still so adamant about like what masculinity is and what a president is masculine and strong, and masculinity, of course, is associated with men. So a lot of people feel like you can't associate a presidency with a woman because in their eyes, right, masculinity is power, and power is not with women.
Wow, it's a question that's
really deep.
Yeah. I don't know. It's bad because just people don't have that open mind. They're not really open minded. It's like hopefully with the shooting in Orlando, that's something that it's like I would have not seen it happening, and it's just so sad and devastating to see how people are so gender wise. Just they're not.
That's a great question. This election was an interesting one, to say the least. It was really unfortunate to see that we haven't reached a point in society where we can see a woman being our president. Sexism definitely played a lot into our polling this time around, unfortunately. And then just seeing the type of man we have as our president-elect, very hurtful with his language and how gendered it is, separating male and female and just promoting patriarchy. It's very problematic. And then even seeing like our vice president, who's very like anti-LGBTQ population, it's going to be very tough, especially we gotta do the work, get them through.
I would say we could, just because there's generations, you know, the younger generation is kind of changing. Why? Because they grew up by the older people, you know. So I think they need to refine what is gender to them, you know. It's gonna be a lot of change, just because a lot of people are gonna be protesting. They're gonna make they're gonna be movements, but it has to be the right choice to make a movement, you know. So they need to decide how to make it work and not protest just because they want to. You know?
It's a revolution.